Going on, everybody? And today we're going to be taking a look at how to customize KDE from this basic look to something a little bit more like this. Now, this is going to be fairly simple to do. I don't want to take a whole lot of time introing, so let's just get right straight to it. So first up, we have our main bar down here. I don't like how it floats. It's just kind of annoying to me off the defaults. We're going to go ahead and right click, show panel configuration. Under floating, we're going to go ahead and hit disabled. We're going to see that bar just instantly snap to the bottom. Next up, while we're still in the screen, if you do want your bar at the bottom or the top, feel free to hit set position. You can actually set the bar up or down or left or right, wherever you like to have it. But for the sake of this, we're just going to keep it on the bottom. Next up, what I want to do while I still have this screen up, I'm going to go ahead and hit the panel height. And I'm actually just going to lower it just a little bit. So I like it between 30 and 40. I don't really like the 44 to 50 range, but that's just me. Personal preference is totally acceptable here. So just kind of make that whatever you want. And then while we're still in here, I'm going to go ahead and hit add new. We're going to hit spacer. And then we're going to add a secondary spacer. Now what this does is actually pushes everything into the center. You're going to start to notice you can kind of move these things around however you want. I'm going to move one to the far right, one to the far left. We want to make sure that we have our application launcher kind of being shoved into the middle as well. And then for the pager, I'm just going to simply hover over it and hit remove. That'll put the application launcher next to all of our applications as well. Now, next up, I'm going to move over to the right here, hit peek at desktop. I'm going to hit remove that because I don't really want that. And then this screen is just the configuration screen. So this will go away as soon as we get out of this view. Next up is going to be the system tray. Now I'm going to just again hover over it and hit configure. And what I want to do is actually get rid of these icons so that they only show up when you hit this little like arrow button. So to do that, all we have to do is find which icons are kind of showing up. So show when relevant, and then we just make it show only in pop-up, and that will bring it up into that screen. So if we hit apply, you'll see it disappear, but it is still right here. So we're going to go ahead and do that for the rest of these real quick. And again, another little neat trick with this is if you just simply hover over it and then just hit down on the mouse wheel, it'll actually let you just select these easier and a little bit faster. So I'm just going to continue to roll down here, kind of just show only in pop-up. If you see anything that's like kind of weird and you're not sure if you selected the right thing, just hit apply and you'll see things just disappear. And then we can hit show only in pop-up, and there we go. Now it's really kind of that simple. We have a nice middle of the area here. Now what I want to do is actually hit the Windows key or the Mac key, whatever you have on your keyboard, and we're just going to simply find system settings. First up, I'm going to change this from a light theme to a dark theme. Now depending on your version of Linux, sometimes it lets you set the dark theme beforehand, but this one did not, so we're going to just simply manually set that for ourselves. Then we're going to scroll over here to appearance and style, hit colors and themes. And again, here you can have a few more selections. So if you don't like Breeze Dark, but you want Fedora Dark, we can just hit apply. And again, everything would be changed. Just know that since these are system settings and global themes, it can mess with your bar. So if you don't want to have to redo everything you just did, just be aware of that. So I'm going to simply just set this back and I will be right back. All right, since I've corrected that, what I want to do next is actually go into the Windows decorations, and then you're going to find these three dots for more actions, and we want to hit get new. Now here you can find all sorts of cool window themes and everything like that, but we're going to just make it kind of simple. We're going to do the Leyland one. I'm just going to go ahead and hit install. You'll see it. Most times you can just click on it, hit install, and then you'll see if it's ready or not. You can exit out of it, and then you should see it in this list. We'll simply just select that and hit apply, and then we have the three dots similar to a Mac OS style now. Cool. One other additional thing I like to do in here is the cursors. Now I don't really like the standard cursor. You can see here it's this black one. You can choose from a white one, which isn't bad, especially with the dark theme. But I like to have something a little bit different. Again, go into the more actions, get new, and I'm going to scroll down here to the Volantez cursors. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but I want the light one, so I'm going to go ahead and hit install. I can already see it that it's installed here, so I'm just going to close out of that. Click on those cursors, again, hit apply, and we can see we have the new cursor. So that's perfect. We're making some great progress here. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of that screen now. Again, we're going to right click, show panel configuration. Next, we're going to hit add or manage widgets up here. And then we're going to hit get new. Now we want to go ahead and download new Plasma widgets. And this is going to bring us a new screen where we can download some new widgets. First up, I'm going to search for menu 11. And I'm going to scroll down here to the menu 11 next and hit install. Now for this menu 11 or the Andromeda launcher, it's kind of personal choice. I'm just going to install both just to show everybody what the two actually look like. So as we can see, it's a very simple generic launcher that you have right here built into KDE. While I'm still in these widgets, there is one more thing I'm going to do. I'm just going to search clock. And then I'm going to find this Vector Clock Plasma 6 and hit install. I am also going to install the KDE Modern Clock by whatever this name is. I don't want to butcher it, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit that. Okay, now we can exit out of that screen and we can hit add or manage widget. From here, we can just verify that all 4 of those have been installed and are ready to be used. So now that we know that they're ready to use, all we're going to do is hit exit edit mode. Again, right click, show panel configuration. First up, oh, we forgot to remove the pager there. First up, I'm going to hit show alternatives on your application launcher. This will show the menu 11 next or the Andromeda launcher. I'm going to show you first the menu 11 next. You can see it's very Windows 11 style themed now. For me, I find this view a little bit nicer. I don't know. I work a lot in Windows 11, so it's just becomes easier to use this or as something else compared to the default KDE. Now, if you like the KDE one, by all means, just continue to keep using that. What we can do is right click on it and hit configure menu 11 next. You can change the app size, the dock icon size, the number of columns, rows. You can even change the icon itself. So if we wanted something like this, we could hit apply and it's as easy as that to change out. All right, so again, we're going to hit panel configuration, show alternatives, and here's the Andromeda launcher. And I'm going to just go ahead and hit configure real quick. And again, you can see there's launcher positionings. Now this one is, if we hit the Windows key, you're going to see it shoot way over to the left. And we want it kind of center with everything else. So I'm going to do horizontal center, hit and apply, and then I can close out. And we have something like this. Now this one's a little bit more clean, I think, than the menu 11. It's just, again, personal choice. If you like the default one or you want something completely different, feel free to experiment and see what works best for you. Before we get to the clock, I want to change out the background. I don't think this background really works for the style that we're going to go for. So what I'm going to do is actually open up a web browser. We're going to go to ultra wide wallpapers. Go ahead and go to this site. I'm going to hit top wallpapers and I'm going to choose this one. So we'll hit crop and download for my display. Now I can shift this around as you've seen in other videos and kind of pick and choose what I want to take a picture of that will work for my aspect ratio. But I think a nice blend of some of the richer colors and some of the lighter blues is going to work. Then we scroll down and hit download wallpaper. Done, our file is going to download. We can just hit the folder, right click on the photo, set wallpaper as desktop, and that's all we needed for that portion. Now we're going to right click again, show panel configuration, add or manage widgets. You could see that we had that ability to do that there as well, but I just find this view a little bit easier. Now we can also go to our vector clock and then simply come up here and then configure our vector clock. Now I want something that's a little bit more, I think, on the blue side. Let's hit something like that. I think that matches with the blue over here. And we're getting really, really close. Now, this really hasn't changed a whole lot, but I think the view overall is, much cleaner, much more unique to, like, say, my style rather than just some out-of-the-box default look. Lastly, what we want to do is lower this taskbar because it's just extending all the way, and I don't want that. Again, hit show panel configuration, and we're going to go up to width. So we're going to set that to fit content. Sorry, not custom. And then once you have those spacers all done, now we can have a little bit of space. I think about 10 to 20 on either side, just that nice median ground. And when you're happy with what you want, just go ahead and hit exit edit mode. And there we go. Now we have a small little like dock style bar in the middle, but it doesn't take up everything. So if we have, say Windows open, we can bring it all the way to the bottom edge of the screen without the taskbar kind of eating up just some pixels on our screen. And that's really all I have to go for, guys. The other clock I did want to show you guys here is we'll right click, add manage, is the modern clock. Now this one's a little bit more unique. I find it kind of cool. We'll hit configure modern clock. So this one actually has a dropper, so we can actually choose something like actual blue from the background and hit apply. And you'll see that we can change the color. Again, we can configure. Maybe we want, the rest of it to be a slightly different color. Maybe we want some like of the pink, and we'll just, copy that code. We'll scroll down for the last one and hit apply. And then you see you can kind of have that. Now, I think I want the full blue for everything. And there you go. Now, it's something a little bit more unique. And feel free to take what I've shown you here today and just kind of adjust it and play with it till you find something that works for you. Now, if you do want something slightly bigger, you can mess with the font settings and you can make it a little bit bigger. We can even, edit mode. We can kind of just pull it around and just adjust it so it works for our background. Again, hit exit edit mode. And there you go, guys. We have turned something like this into this. And I think it looks way better. Now, it might not, again, be personal styles for you guys, but again, I'm just showing you some of the basics that you can take and evolve and make your own style. So hopefully this video helped you out. If it did, think about liking, subscribing to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.